Man, oh man, I don't know if you could ask for a better story on a Sunday. A story that's definitely dipped back on, but yes, exactly why Scump was fined at least one of the times. Keep in mind, there were several fines for several players out there that we have already talked about when it comes time for Call of Duty League, and of course the restrictions they have on these players and what they cannot do outside the game. That discussion does continue as finally Scump took to Twitter last night to erupt a little bit about exactly why one of his fines was, and it's pretty crazy to think about. We have talked about Censor, we have talked about Scump and other pros, but according to Courage, someone like Scump losing out on millions of dollars by still competing in Call of Duty. Nadeshot has backed those same statements as well, and just this past season alone, likely costing Scump hundreds of thousands of dollars to keep on competing in a league which does not allow their players to do a lot of things that they probably should be allowed to do so. It was actually Scump taking to Twitter early on yesterday to say he loves Cold War, and then unfortunately so a secondary tweet talking about the lack of a ranked playlist, which David Vonderhaar did respond to, which I guess should give us some hope for the future as to what a team is apparently working on. But in that back and forth, it's actually later on that night Scump replying, because that tweet was somewhat controversial. He talks about a fine coming in for that somewhat controversial tweet, despite him saying he loves the game, and that led to finally the unveiling of exactly one of the fines Scump did receive last season. And it's at this point in the video I'm going to tell you guys this video is brought to you by Raid Shadow Legends. That was actually a joke, by the way. This video is not, there's no advertisement. I suck at these jokes. As in response to Moho, it was Scump going on in a thread saying, "I'm censored, bro. So weird. Wasn't even about the current game." Moho then goes, "Trust me, I felt that." To which Scump replies, "Literally tweeted I love the game an hour before. Fine incoming for controversial one though." Later on stating, "It's just so lame. I've dedicated my life to this game, and now if I say anything slightly negative, I get a slap on the wrist." And finally, "I'm fed up. It's not right what they enforce. It won't change though. I got fined for doing a sponsored stream on Raid Shadow Legends because I promoted another game from Call of Duty. Like, huh?" To which Octane and many others replied, and Scump even further adds, "It was during the off season too." Like, holy mother of Moses, guys. Okay, it's great that a ranked playlist supposedly will be coming, or is at least in the works for the future, but besides that, I mean, these Call of Duty pros and the league itself has restricted beyond just these players. Not a topic we'll probably dive in too much, but certainly the teams have been restricted as well in some regards as to what they can and cannot do. This league has to get it together if they want to, find some ways to financially benefit these players outside of their COD salaries. And certainly, I mean, when you think about that, right? Scumpy can't even go and do a sponsored stream for a game that's not Call of Duty. As I'm sure you guys are well aware, Raid Shadow Legends took over the internet for several months as everyone was doing those advertisements for a lot of money. I'm sure Scump got paid a lot of money to do so, but to be fined because you partake in a Call of Duty league and you can't support yourself outside of the league by doing other things, this is what Censor and Scump have talked about. There have been so many deals they could not do because they were CDL pros, and at this point, it does make you question, how long does Scumpy stick around? How long does he take this financial hit and impact of being in the league, and when he could just be a full-time streamer and content creator and making much, much more? I mean, at some point or another, Call of Duty League has to come around and realize you cannot replace a character and a personality and a figure like Scump, and if you can, it'll take a long, long, long time, all right? Karma's already retired. Scump, he says he has a few years left in him. And you think about your current Call of Duty pros and personalities, if we lose a few of them, that can be a huge hit to the entire league. And yes, we need up-and-comers to, of course, take their spots eventually and make names for themselves, but that does take time. And I would almost argue someone like Scump is irreplaceable, and he keeps on being treated like this, and other pros have experienced very similar things. It's just madness to know that a franchise league is meant for stability, and there have been so many restrictions on teams and players, and of course the reversion of 5v5 to 4v4, it has been everything but stability for a lot of these guys out there. Let's be honest, Warzone has provided more stability than the league has so far. And when I read this last night, thanks to, I had like 5 guys send this to my DMs at 1 a.m., which by the way, I should not be up. I never am. I'm kind of a go to bed at 8 p.m. kind of guy, but for some reason I was up. So thanks to all of you guys, I just stayed there in bed for 5 or 6 minutes and just like, I was trying to format, what I was going to say in this video. I just don't know what to say half the time. Like, what can you guys put some words in my mouth about this situation? Is it as hysterical as I think it is? Because it seems so crazy that Scump cannot promote any game outside Call of Duty on his own stream during his own time in the off season. I mean, mother of goodness gracious, Activision has their hands down the throats, and I love them. And I certainly have had my problems with them, and they're the reason I got a job in the first place. But gee willikers, at what point in time you got to let these guys run and do their thing and help you help them, and vice versa. Let them help you. It's just, they're so, no, not today, not today. Hope you guys all enjoy. What do you think about this? It's pretty crazy if you ask me, but it's also crazy to know that Call of Duty League is costing a lot of their pro players more than it's giving them. And I believe in the future, and I believe that hopefully things will change as well. But this one is crazy, and I'm glad Scump finally could come out and say something about it, and he might be paying for that one. What do you guys think about this? Until next time, you know what to do. All right, take a sip for me. I'll see you back here sometime soon. Take care.